It looks a little foggy. I can't tell. It still looks a little. I don't know if it's it seems to be a haze. Anyway, hey, what's up? It's Kirby. You're watching just a short little video of Kirby Q. Just thought I'll pan around as I'm outside cooking for another video. I thought I'd just pan around and show you what's in my cooking arsenal. It's not a whole lot. Let me see. Well, panning around. Back there's the good old 270. That's my workhorse. That's my go-to for anytime I got to do a lot of cooking. I'm going to use my 270 smoker. Very efficient cooker. Set it and forget it, as far as I'm concerned. That's just my workhorse right there. I really love that smoker, and it's been great. I would say this for you guys that's thinking about, why is there such a haze? I don't know if it's my lens or just a dirty screen. There's a haze I'm seeing. I don't know if it's going to come through in the video. Anyway, if you're thinking about doing competition barbecue, Terry and Stephanie ain't giving me no money, but I just like the product. But I would recommend a 270 smoker. I think it's a good competition cooker, a good catering cooker if you're into catering, doing stuff, and when you're trying to do multiple projects and don't want to have to keep stoking a fire and throwing splits and things like that, the 270 is the way to go. If you're going to do competition cooking, you're going to need a cabinet insulated smoker. I would say an insulated smoker. Either the firebox needs to be insulated or a cabinet insulated smoker, because staying up all night stoking the fire, eventually you may start off that way, but eventually it's going to wear you down. You're going to want to get some sleep, especially when you're driving out of state to go to a competition and you've stayed up all night long driving splits, and Saturday afternoon you didn't hear your name called. It just makes for a longer drive home and it's somewhat easier to deal with if you got some sleep. Alright, moving on to my next cooker is the reverse flow Oklahoma Joe. Trying to get it in the frame. Alright, this one, while I've always wanted a backyard backyard size reverse flow smoker, this one does fit the bill for that. I really like it, especially this past Christmas. I needed to do some salmon, so I used this. I did some salmon. I did tri-tip, and so I was able to cook all of that using this and handled it without a problem. Of course, I didn't cook it all at one time. I cooked the tri-tip first, then I cooked the salmon afterwards, and it did real great. I found out the key for me, I'm sure other Oklahoma Joe's reverse Highland users use lump, but for me lump did not give me as long as a burn as switching to briquettes. So I used briquettes this go around, and my burn time was a whole lot better and more efficient. I didn't have to keep tweaking with the intake. Now that was the one thing I did not like about this. The intake on this is one of those butterfly dampers, and it just won't stay open for me. People have recommended try tightening the screw and the nut on the back. I tried that, just the thing still kept closing up. So I eventually have to just leave the door somewhat cracked. The door to clean the ashes, I have to leave it somewhat cracked open to get enough airflow into the cooking chamber. But outside of that, I like it. I love having a reverse flow smoker. I wish I had one that does a little bit more heavy duty and a little bit bigger, but this works for what I do. Moving on, of course, the good old Weber kettle. Let me try to find some way to get me in the frame with it. The good old Weber kettle, and I have a Craycourt. Well, let me see how we gonna do this. As you can see, I have a Craycourt grill grate on it. This thing has been fantastic. Greg over at Ballistic Barbecue turned me on to the Craycourt grate, so I got that a long time ago, and this has been a real good Weber That goes without saying. Then I have my barrel house cooker. Um, get in the frame, Kirby. Right. My barrel house cooker, which is really great for hanging meats and doing stuff. It's the a nice size barrel cooker to have for backyard. I'm looking for something a little bit bigger to do for competition, to add to my competition arsenal. But hey, this worked. I did do a competition with it, with my ribs. I mean, I didn't make it into the call bracket, but I did, as far as I was concerned, I did place well with it. Place. I was in the top half of the cooking sheet. That I need to go. I'll put it down here where I ranked that when I did that cook using this with my ribs. I wish it had enough space from here up. It's just this is where you can put another rack, and I wish it had like 2 to 3 more inches, because then I could do chicken on this. I'm talking about my chicken thighs. There's just not enough clearance to put thighs. I moved it up. I put a grate here and did some ribs here one time, just excuse me, just to test it out. Excuse me, indigestion, just to test it out. And the ribs turned out great. They didn't get as charred as if I was to left them down at this. This is where you put another ring at. Put it right here, but at this cooking level. But here, if you cook ribs on the rack, you're going to get some charring on the back of the ribs. That's okay if when you cooking for yourself, your family, your friends at home. But when you're doing a competition, too much char can probably give you an off taste to the judge. All right, and not last but certainly not least is the Charbroil infrared cooker. This I bought about maybe three or 4 years ago when someone asked me to do a smoked turkey, and hey, I'm taking a selfie. And it was about 3 or 4 years ago. Somebody had asked me to do my first fried. No, that was the second time. The first time, my best buddy Nino helped me out. He had a deep fryer and he fried it for me. But the year after, someone else asked me to do a deep fry, and I didn't want to deal with all the oil that you got to deal with, the potential of it spilling over and causing a fire, and stuff like that. So I took this on a gambit. And I cooked a turkey in it, and that person loved it, and that person's been ordering from me ever since. And every time when I do, the only thing, I just need to get another one, because when I get, I'm trying to get my hands right. So when I need to do more than one, I can keep it going. Just around Thanksgiving time, when I get an order for like 8 or 9 or 10 of the 10 fried turkeys, it makes for a long day having to do one at a time in this. One drawback with it, sometimes when I'm probing the turkey, I keep getting the I don't get consistent readings when I'm probing it. Like some parts of it will be done and some parts don't. Then I gotta let it go longer. So that's the one drawback with it. But once I got it where I want it, I take it out and I serve it to me. And like I said, it's been the last 3 years is what I've been using. I haven't got a complaint yet about my fried turkeys. And again, for me, it just cuts down on all the having to get rid of the grease, store the grease, and all that fuss and mess with that. So just having, I think just we're going to invest and get another one of these, and that'll carry me over for next year. And there's also, I'm going to probably do a few more videos talking about it, because I don't know why I never did any videos on it. But there's some attachments and accessories that I just recently purchased. I was watching another YouTube channel, Rosie something I can't remember the guy's name, but so I'll put his name in the description box or in the iCard below. Go check out his channel. He's getting started in YouTube, so please show him some love and tell him Kirby Q sent you if you go over and check him out. And but he's been talking about the charbroiler infrared cooker. That's just one of the main cooking tools that he uses on his channel. And he talked about some of the accessories. After watching here, I said, hey, let me go and get some of that stuff, and I did. And so I'm just going to explore and tinker with it and try some different things with that. All right, that's about it for me. And of course, that's my little war wagon for when I go to competitions. So that is it, and I hope this haze is not in the actual videos, and I hope it's just that my screen is from all the fingerprints. But I'm draining some fluid out of that cooler, and that is it. All right, guys, I'm Kirby, and this is Kirby Q. Thanks for watching. Y'all have a great day. Bye.